Hello everyone. Welcome to another learning session of Foundation of Programming at CodeMode, where you learn by practice. Currently you are learning about all about data. And in today's class we will learn about database as data storage. In the previous two sessions we have learned that text file and spreadsheet could be a good data storage formats if you have less amount of data. For non-tabular data like simple texts, few lines of text, we can store it in a notepad file or text file. For tabular data, we store it in a spreadsheet format, in a tabular format. But when you have multiple tables, then it is very hard to manage, and we are going to look into a database which is meant to store such multiple table data. Before I start, don't forget to like this video and follow our channel by subscribing. Especially if you're watching it on YouTube, you simply need to click subscribe button. Your likes and subscriptions motivate me to create more videos and courses like this. Let's begin. Since the volume and type of data are ever growing, we need more efficient data storage for our computer programs. What I mean by efficiency is the time it takes to save the data, we refer technically as writing the data to the data storage, and reading the data. So if you have your program here, you can simply visualize our program is running in the memory, in the RAM, and we are storing the data externally on the hard disk. And consider this as a database. A database, in a most basic definition of database, is it is an data storage meant for relational data. And I'm going to talk about relational data, but as you can see, this is when I'm from my program, when I'm pushing data to the database, this is called write operation. And when I'm reading the data, it is called read operation. By using the word efficient data storage, I'm saying the writing and reading should be faster. That way our program responds very quickly, reads the data, shows it on the screen, captures the data, writes it back very quickly to the database. Now take an example of a grocery store, right? The data about the grocery store can be very large. I'm not only talking in terms of the volume, but also the variety of the data. For example, list of items being sold, you can store that in a single table, item list, items. You have item name, you have the quantity, you have the unit of measurement. Some of the items could be in pound, some could be in ounce, and so on. Then the item may have variations. You may have different sizes, different colors, the packaging information, the product information, when the product is expiring, what does the item contain. All of those information can maybe store in either one or more tables. And these two tables can be joined. You can say, I can take another example. Let's say you have name in the classroom, right? So you have a list of classrooms. Let me erase this. You have a list of students. So this is a student table, and it has name, it has roll number, and other information about the student. Then you have a classroom, and then you have a classroom name, and you may want to give some code to the classroom, and so on. And then you also have list of teachers who are teaching one or more subject. Now one student will have multiple subjects, so you can also say that this student is student subjects. You can have a subject table that will store all information about subjects like physics. It can have some code, chemistry, math, and so on. Now if you look at it, one teacher can teach more than one subjects to more than one student in more than one or more classes. So this becomes very complex storage, because now you have to store, and not only store individual piece of data, but you also need to join these two information You need to combine this information, because you cannot store you don't want to repeat the student name everywhere wherever you are storing about student subject. You simply need to give some identifier and say this student subject is belong to student number 1, and the student 1 detail is available in student table. That way we are not duplicating the information in multiple tables, but using some sort of a key to join these tables. All of this is part of what we refer as database. Databases are meant to store huge volume of data and store, retrieve, write very efficiently. Now there are a lot of big databases. There are a lot of companies with several databases in the market. Microsoft SQL Server, Oracle, Sybase, all these are the more popular names in the market. A complex programs such as a banking system, railway system, or insurance system has thousands of tables stored in one or more databases. I hope you get a high level overview and understanding of really what database is. Database as a data storage, different type of databases I talked about, like Oracle, SQL Server, and why we need database, primarily to store multiple tables and join them. Now if you have any question, please post it in the community on our platform, which is my.codemode.us, and you would get an answer. Please take time to solve this quiz associated with this concept. It will not only make you practice, but also test your knowledge and understanding. I'll see you all in the next class. Happy learning.